everybody. Welcome into another edition of Talking Fitchburg. I am, and always will be, Jeremy Crosby. I'm with Andrew Bamla, who is running the show from his house. It's kind of funny. We're doing the show together, yet so far apart. And Andrew's been busy running the board today. Hopefully he'll be able to join us again soon. And in the background, you can see the daughter going back and forth here. All you can see is her see her head there go back and forth. But no, we're happy to be back on with Talking Fitchburg Day 2. And we've got a lot of great stuff for you today. We'll get you updated in headlines in just a few seconds here. Shh, nice and quiet, dear. The Department of Ag, Trade, Consumer Protection talking about scams today, COVID scams. Met up with Michelle Reiner at Department of Ag, Trade, Consumer Protection. Talk with her in just a little bit. And then go into the Fitchburg Senior Center. We'll get an update on what's going on for the month of May. And then maybe, if this one's nice, we'll put Lily on at the end here, okay? But first, let's get to headlines. You take a seat for a second. We'll start off with help identifying. Fitchburg Police Department needs your help on identifying this subject. It says here, we need your help to identify this male in this bulletin who was involved in a road rage incident in Fitchburg on April 30th. The incident occurred around 5:15 p.m. near the intersection of Purcell and Storytown roads. He is described as a white male, approximately 20 to 30 years of age, a build of 5'10" with a medium build. The male was driving a black Chevy Tahoe with a yellow overall sticker of the left corner of the rear windshield. We would like to speak with the male regarding this incident, and we encourage him to contact us. If you have any information regarding this incident or this male, you can contact the Fitchburg Police Department, 270-4300. Contact the Fitchburg Police Department Anonymous Tipsters line, that's 608-270-4321. Send a text to 847411 with keyword Fitchburg, or contact Madison Area Crime Stoppers, 2666014 for more information. All right, Public Service Recognition Week is on and running. Thank you. Thank you to all the public service employees, workers out there. This week is for you, right? Our opportunity to thank those that serve the public at the federal, state, county, and local level. If you are a public service employee, thank you for all of what you do. We are proud to serve. Yeah, like it. Love it. Thank you. And glad to be in public service. Been in it for almost 10 years now here in the city of Fitchburg, but I've done other public service jobs. It's a great time. All right, 2020 U.S. Census update from the city of Fitchburg's standpoint. More than 68% of you Fitchburg residents have been counted in the 2020 census so far. This is close to Dane County's overall 70% and above above Wisconsin at 63.5%. So way to go. It's easy, safe, and important. If you haven't yet, please take the time. It only takes a few minutes to get your census done. My2020census.gov. You find more information on how to respond by phone, online, or by mail. And remember that pets don't count, but you do. I like that. Have you checked out the Facebook post that has on there as part of that, so you can see that picture, if you will. All right, Dane County to allow delay of property taxes. Oops, I think I floated this one, didn't I? Now, April 15th is Wisconsin legislation enacted 2019 Wisconsin Act .185, that a section of this law authorizing, among other things, for the county to adopt a resolution enabling taxation districts in the county to waive interest and penalties in 2020 property tax installment payments that are due payable after April 1st until October 1st. So, this delay coming in response to COVID-19 stuff here. Resolution authorizing the waiver must be established in the criteria for determining the hardship that would qualify a property tax payment payer for waiver, and the county's authorization for a local community to implement the above reference waiver is contingent upon the taxation district adopting a resolution similar form and content as the county resolution. So it's got to go hand in hand here. Each individual tax jurisdiction, like city, village, or town, needs to pass a resolution similar to Dane County's before the property tax due date can be pushed back to October 1st. These local communities will have the discretion over whether or not the payments are delayed. Normal due date for the second installment of the property tax countywide is July 31st. City of Madison implemented quarterly installments, which would be due by May 31st. A lot of information there. We'll keep you up to date on if the city does make that change here. We'll certainly let you know. All right, that does it for our headlines. Coming up next, we open up the digest. I talk with the Department of Ag, Trade, Consumer and Protection, Michelle Reiner. It's next right here. Talking Fitchburg.
We scored?
Yeah, we scored. We're going to the playoffs.
I can't believe I missed that.
Every time I'm buzzed, I spend too much time on my phone.
What? I should take your phone away.
No. I'll call for a ride. Hey, why does my face look like that?
I'm playing with these new face filters.
Okay, you know what? Yep, that's mine.
Kevin, I need that back.
No.
Kevin!
Gaining weight was easy. All I had to do was sit down and eat. Losing weight's a lot harder. I have to work at it every day. But with every step, I lower my risk for type 2 diabetes and heart disease. And that makes every step, every choice, every day very much worth the effort.
Learn how you can help stop diabetes by losing weight, eating healthy, and staying active. Visit checkupamerica.org or call 1-800-DIABETES.
Hello, everybody. Welcome back into Talking Fitchburg. Joining me today is your director of the Fitchburg Senior Center, Jill McCone. Jill, how you doing today?
Oh, super duper.
Always super duper?
Oh, yeah, right. What else is there to be, right?
That pretty much not much these days. You just got to stay positive and,
right.
Keep moving forward. And that's exactly what you guys have been doing in the last several weeks. Jill, tremendous thank you for everything you and your staff have put on during this time. It's been a scramble for everybody, but down in the Senior Center, you've made it look pretty seamless. Tell us a little bit about what's been happening the last couple of weeks if people haven't been paying attention. Hard to miss.
Feels like the last couple of years, right?
It does. It really does. Yes.
We're in a routine mode now, kind of just moving along. Certainly in the beginning, like everybody else, we were scrambling as what to do, when to cancel, who do we serve, how do we serve them. Super stressful. Asking volunteers over 60 not to volunteer, replacing them with younger volunteers, keeping those volunteers safe. So really, the main critical services are the home delivered meals and social work services. And so staff, all of us are here. We are available by phone every single day. After this kind of happened, the county made a decision to cut down the delivery days for meals all across Dane County to just reduce face-to-face contact. So we got moved from 5 days a week to 3 days a week. And so we are in the office delivering meals Tuesday, Thursdays, Fridays, although generally staff is here Mondays and Wednesdays in and out and working from home. Thanks to a committed group of about 5 volunteers, we get those meals out. Because we reduced our number of days, we doubled up on the meals. So we're packing up about 90 meals. We've got about 45 people on meals those days. And so we're packing it up. And, God bless the deliverers that are taking twice the amount. Several city people have stepped up to deliver. And again, just new, younger volunteers. So again, I think, in the Senior Center, we're always lucky to have the opportunity to work with volunteers. But in times like this, you're just, again, reminded of what a great community we have when you put the call out there. Not just volunteers, we've gotten financial donations, we've gotten, food pantry donations and essential pantry donations. So just a great community. So in times like these, it just makes you feel good knowing people do pull together. There is good out there, and there's good right here.
Yeah, absolutely. I don't think you can say it better than that. Jill, the volunteers, wherever they're coming from, did you say 5 volunteers have been holding this up with the meals?
Yeah, a consistent 5 in the kitchen, working in the kitchen. Staff will come in and out when we need
Of
to.
course.
It takes about 7 to really just get it out in a timely manner, so we'll step in. But yeah, there's I'm thinking in my head 5 committed ones that are here every single time.
That's
And then we've
incredible.
got, because we added several new home delivered meal recipients, we added another route. So we have 4 routes to cover all of Fitchburg. So we had to then, get a few more drivers. And so just amazing. People are amazing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no, that's an undertaking, and as you move forward, you got a couple of things coming up. One of
Yeah.
those happening this week, and that's
hmm
the drive-by parade. Tell us a little bit about that event.
Yeah, so we just, we're missing everybody, and people are missing us, and just missing the routine. And so we were trying to think about something safe we could do, to just say hi to people instead of just over the phone. We're sending out a bazillion cards, and so on Wednesday we're going to do a senior center drive-by parade where people that can drive. Unfortunately, we're still missing our folks that can't drive, but can drive up through the under the covered awning. All staff will be out there, maybe some in costumes. The mayor's going to be there. And we're going to give out homemade masks, which, let me say, another group of awesome volunteers making masks. 2 ladies dropped off 140 masks yesterday.
Wow.
2 of our volunteers, and so just amazing. So we're going to give people cloth masks if they want, hand out newsletters, maybe a little snack in a bag, and then we're also, if the weather permits, we have tons and tons of puzzles that have been donated over the years. We're going to put a table out and direct parking if people want to come up one at a time, and pick a puzzle and take it home so they can work it at home. So I think it'll be a really fun day. It came up really quick, so we're trying to get the word out there to as many people as possible because the newsletter just came out. So
Right. No, I
spread
think
the word.
it's a great idea, and yeah,
Yeah,
we'll be broadcasting from there, and
yeah,
maybe we can broadcast live to help project out people who can't see
that'd be awesome.
still be a
Oh
part of the
yeah,
day. So we'll make that happen. You got my word on that one.
awesome.
Jill, as you look forward here, one of the things that I've learned through the years is how active the senior center is with all the great stuff you have going on. As that came to a pause, now what are we
Yeah,
looking at as far as activities coming up here, May and moving forward? And I know you don't have your crystal ball out today, but you do
I
have some
know.
things in store. Tell us a little bit about that.
Well, in the short time, with the help of you guys, Fact TV, and your wonderful staff, we were able to put a lot of links on our website to certainly you start out with the health and wellness programs, aerobics and functional fitness, Tai Chi, Boost Your Bones, several yoga classes, and then hopefully we work with you a little bit more seriously now to put some educational program links on there, which is great. And I know you're going to put them on the channel, so we're going to start publicizing that. We're still trying to figure out how do we still connect to people that might not have access to the internet, have a computer, aren't comfortable going online. Um, so looking forward, with the nice weather coming down the pike, we are talking about how we could go to senior apartment buildings and maybe sit outside and do some programs with proper social distancing. There's just so many pieces to that puzzle, and who's in charge. And the county, we've been meeting with them weekly, and they want all senior centers to kind of open at the same time. And what does that look like? And does the county have the authority? Does the state? Does the city? And so just a lot of moving pieces of when things can start to happen. But hopefully we can roll some programs in June that we are able to really keep safe, and one at a time, like say foot care. If somebody just comes in, the nurses is completely, has all the coverage that they need. And yeah, we're just kind of brainstorming right now. We're trying to figure out how to bring those programs back safely.
Yeah, no, I know you guys are coming up with a lot of good stuff here and a lot to come. Final words from you, Jill. Just looking ahead here, any message that you want to get out? My message would be, don't give up on the Senior Center.
Right.
We're still here and we're ready to rock your socks.
That's right. Call us anytime, all the time. Ask when we're open, just to say hi. If you're feeling sad, just let us know, because we are still here. We're trying to be as normal as possible. Not that we were super normal before, but just we're trying to meet the needs that we can. The fun stuff will come. Just we can get through this, and we're here to help. If people are really struggling with whatever, please call us. We're here still. So this too shall pass.
Absolutely. Jill McCone, the director of the Fitchburg Senior Center. Jill, tell everybody hi there for us from Fact
We will.
TV, and thank you to you and everybody and the volunteers for everything you're doing. Appreciate it.
Thank you guys too.
All right, that is Jill.
Okay.
Jill McCone, there, your director of the Fitchburg Senior Center. They're doing a wonderful job. If you haven't checked in on the website, the social media, or just give them a call. They're there for you and they're ready. All right, we'll take a quick break. You are watching Talking Fitchburg.
So how was work?
It was 1,300 hours. My math class from 302 was in the trenches. Davy Roth had it the worst. Fractions were coming at him left and right. He just didn't get the damn things. 2 days ago, I tried to teach him what 1/4 of 1/2 was using different sizes of blocks. Yesterday, I tried again by dividing up pizza. Both missions failed.
Oh no.
But today, I was ready. I created a combat math game where the only way to beat the enemy is to out-fraction them. Davy conquered every last denominator. My game was so successful, the principal is deploying it to math squadrons all over the school. Anywho, how was your day?
Oh, today my boss treated the office to salad wraps.
Salad wraps.
No.
Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the Talking Fitchburg update. Today, we go back to one of our favorite guests, Department of Ag Trade Consumer Protection, Michelle. She's joining us from somewhere remote. She told me it's like in the middle of the ocean, or maybe it's in Wisconsin. Who knows? Michelle, welcome back to the show. Long time no see. How have you been?
I've been great. I am sitting safer at home and just trying to stay that way by abiding by all that social distancing, go for my walk, but then do our consumer protection work. So hopefully you're doing well as also.
Yeah, I mean, I can't beat the at-home life. I mean, it's nice to have the kids around, and then it's nice to remember that, we used to put the kids in daycare, so you get a little bit of a break, but that's here or there. So if you hear or see my daughter come in here, I apologize. She loves consumer protection stuff, so that's part of the reason why she would want to run in here, I swear. Michelle.
That's perfect. Let's start it young.
Right. We're talking today about the coronavirus, some scams, basically kind of a sum up of, if I'm gathering this right, some of the things you guys have been watching out for. But overall, just real quick, from the Department of Ag Trade Consumer Protection standpoint, everybody is working from home, and you guys are still fully operational during this time.
We are fully operational. We're receiving complaints as normal. Our hotline is working, the normal business hours, 7:45 to 4:30. The emails are being responded to in the same time and fashion. You can file your complaints directly online, and those are being processed. But we're fully staffed. Everyone is working from home safely, and that includes our hotline.
So going to the first topic then here is ignoring the online offers for vaccination or home testing kits. We've seen across the country fake places set up, or there's a cure, all of these things. Break it down for us. What have you heard?
Yeah, so we've seen nationwide, as well as from Wisconsin consumers, that we are getting phone calls and phishing emails claiming that there are treatments and cures. They could be vaccine offers, test kit offers, miracle cures, and then Medicare-related scams as well. And to the point where in Dane County, there was a report of someone impersonating a healthcare inspector. And we want to make sure that consumers are using the same principles we had in place before COVID-19, which is stop, think, and act. You're not going to get new information, treatment information, vaccine information from an unsolicited phone call. You're not going to receive this information from an email from a government imposter. we need to remember to use our reliable sources of information, wisconsin.gov/COVID-19, the Center for Disease Control and Prevention, and the World Health Organization, in order to get updates and all the information we need to make sound decisions during this time.
Yeah, it sounds like too good to be true offer at best, and yeah, you got to do your homework and know where you're buying from. Leads us into the next one, something that you've talked about many times over.
Yeah, you always want to know who you're doing business with. Don't let these imposters get in the way and fool you into making decisions without your reliable source information. So if there's a deal that you want, an offer you want to accept, something you want to check out, go to the source. Type in the URL yourself if you're on the internet. Talk to friends and family. It's important right now, more important than ever, to be reaching out. So talk about the decisions you need to make and the phone calls you might be receiving. And don't be fooled by a robocall or someone wanting you to make an instant decision.
Yeah, and that going into our next topic is the robocalls. Still going on, even not COVID related, but if you do get one COVID related, most likely it's probably going to be a scam.
Yeah, again, you're not going to find out the latest vaccine or treatment or, any information from a robocall. That's not the way the government works and is rolling out information on any of this subject area. And they are still ramping up robocalls. And the situation we're in right now, where most individuals are working from home or are just home at a higher rate than ever before, there's more likelihood that a consumer is going to pick up the phone and be faced with this robocall and this decision. So again, try not to answer the phone if you don't recognize the number. If you do pick up the phone and it's an automated robocall, just hang up, disconnect. There's no reason why you need to engage in that phone call. Do not hit buttons, the 1 or the 9, in order to receive more information, talk to a representative, be removed from their internal do not call list. You need to disengage and not fall victim to this just because you're at home and more susceptible, just because of the higher volume that you'll be engaged with of these phone calls.
Yeah, not only on the phone call side of things, but also your emails are going to be a huge target here of unsolicited emails and more. Your advice on that front?
Again, we have seen a number of phishing emails. Some look like they're coming from the Centers for Disease Control. Others look like they're coming from World Health Organization. We're seeing phishing emails that look like they're coming from within individual businesses. Even the state of Wisconsin is receiving some of these phishing emails. And in there, it will look like you can get an update to the current status of the COVID-19 situation or emergency. Just click this button in order to get the latest news. Well, these are links that can take you to imposter sites, or they're links that could load malicious software onto your computer. And now that we have more people at home working from potentially their home computers or their business issued devices, they're still not connected to their normal networks necessarily. And we need to be sure that people aren't falling victim to these phishing attack emails.
Yeah, absolutely. Scary stuff out there because, again, they look too good to be true, and best just ignore it. And, again, most likely it is a scam. One that I know we could spend a lot of time talking about is donations, and donations are critical during this time, but making sure you're donating to the right person and not getting scammed needs to be top priority when you do make a donation.
It is. Donations are definitely in need right now for goods and monetary donations. And there are some new organizations popping up, and there are new extensions of existing charities also being developed. And you want to be sure that your dollars go to the cause that you want to support. And so that involves doing your research. If you have an established relationship with a known charity that you're comfortable giving to, use your past information, reliable sourced information to connect with them and make your donation. If you're looking at a potential new charity or a charity that's new to you to give to support the cause, then be sure that you check them out and are comfortable before giving. And you can go to the Department of Financial Institutions, our state agency that regulates charities, to be sure that they're registered here in Wisconsin. And then charitynavigator.org is also an excellent resource for consumers to use in order to be sure that the charity is sound. And then the Better Business Bureau of Wisconsin has give.org, and they are also an excellent resource in order to do your research about the charity before you give.
Finally, Michelle, it would be the question about the stimulus checks that are coming out, that information. We know that anytime there's checks coming out for tax, around tax season, whatever the case may be, it seems like the scammers are going to pounce on that. What would you have for quickly here on safety tips on that front, what to watch out for?
What consumers need to do in order to make sure that they get their stimulus check or feel confident is not respond to unsolicited calls, not proceed with any type of email solicitation that they receive about the stimulus check. No one's going to get their check in advance of someone else just for verifying information or making a payment or confirming information and data. The IRS is your reliable, sourceful information about the stimulus checks. The Federal Trade Commission and DADCAP's websites will have information about the scams related to stimulus checks. But you don't want to respond to unsolicited phone calls. You don't need to respond to emails or confirm information. The IRS has what it needs or has the tools on their website if you need to update any electronic banking information, but they're using 2018 and 2019 tax information to get that money out to consumers, and we don't want anyone to respond to a phone call or any type of phishing email as it relates to those checks, because the scam artists definitely follow the headlines and are very interested in trying to get the money that people will receive from these checks.
Yeah, Michelle, thank you so much for the information today. If folks want to learn more about staying safe out there, we know where to go. Can you tell us?
Yes, please call our hotline, 1-800-422-7128, or go to our website at datcp.wi.gov. We not only have our normal fact sheets about all the different scams, but we also have a section on COVID-19 where we have a number of frequently asked questions as it relates to consumer protection issues. So it's a very valuable place on our website.
Michelle, as always, thank you so very much. Thank you for taking the time, and we'll check back in with you soon. Stay safe out there.
Same to you. Thanks.
All right, that is Michelle from the Department of Trade and Consumer Protection. Always love having those folks on. They do a great job. Check out the website for more information. Don't get scammed.
See on page 4 that the projections need to be blood. Next Thursday?
Seriously? Thursday? Can't do that.
This is really inconvenient.
I have yoga that day. I have no time for this. So.
I can't do Thursday, but I can do Friday.
Disasters don't plan ahead. You can. Talk to your loved ones about how you're going to be ready in an emergency. Don't wait. Communicate.
Welcome back into Talking Fitchburg. Wrapping up the show for the day. I want to thank the Department of Trade, Consumer Protection, and Jill from the Fitchburg Senior Center. We thank you all for helping us out and keeping you up to date on what's happening here in the city of Fitchburg and keeping you safe here from COVID scams. We'll talk with the Department of Trade, Consumer Protection later this month. All right. Well, I only got one thing to show you here, and that is stay connected with Fact TV. Yeah, while you're at home and dealing with the pandemic, know that we're here for you through the website, through Roku, Apple TV, Facebook, and social media. we're there for you, and we hope you'll stay connected with us as well. Till tomorrow, everybody, have a great day.